Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Okay, Married to Medicine is pivoting. Heavenly has been reduced to a friend of because she's running for office. Great. She ran amok last season. Oh, she was messy, full of HEL, just on your nerves, talking, over talking, interrupting, just doing what she does, but on 20. So I'm glad we're going to bring it down because Married to Medicine has not ever been ratchet. It was ratchet last season, very much so. So that means Jackie gonna have to clock in. You know, Jackie been skating on, just skating by season to season. For 11 seasons, she just been now Jackie has to clock in and cause chaos, conflict, and confusion. Okay. But now Eugene has taken a job further away from home, so we may not see him as much. So it seems like Cecil is going to have to be the voice of reason. We have Dr. Scott. We got Curtis. We got King. We got a new guy. Shamar, I think his name is. You know, is it Angel's husband? And who else? And whoever else. Can they do it? Can they do it? Welcome, besties. You are now behind the shade, and thanks for joining me. I recap your favorite reality shows weekly. Now let's kiki and ha and get into another episode, a new episode, a new season. Married to Medicine, season 12, episode 1, Cocktails and Polo. Besties, how would you rate this week's episode? Thumbs up for me. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Drop down the comments and you let me know. And please like the video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure your notification bell is on so that you know each and every time I post my content. Now let's get into it. Okay, besties, let me say what I'm gonna say, okay? So, you know, Sundays we got Potomac and then Married to Medicine. Oh my goodness, I can't stand it. 2 shows in one day. It's not fair. So I believe the schedule I will stick to would be I can recap and do Potomac on Sunday. And I'm going to put Married to Medicine out on Monday, like today. Okay, you with that? Okay, so it'd be Potomac. So now it will be Love and Marriage Huntsville on Saturday, Real Housewives of Potomac on Sunday, Married to Medicine on Monday, Salt Lake City on Tuesday, and then I'm done, right? I don't have nothing else. Because Beverly Hills is going to come on Thursday, and, you know, I don't know. I'm not sure. I guess I'll do it. I'm not sure. I guess so. Yeah, I guess. Whatever. I have Thursday and Friday to do Beverly Hills when it comes on this week. Beverly Hills starts this Thursday, I believe. Oh my goodness. How many shows is that? Because I can't do I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Okay, I'll figure it out. I'll let you know. Okay, let's get into Married to Medicine. Oh no, not another angel. Oh no, we don't want another angel. We already have one on Potomac, and she's the devil. Okay, Angel, are you gonna act nice? Are you gonna act like your name? Come on now. We need you to represent the name Angel. Okay. Well, Angel is a new wife, doctor. She's a nurse. I'm always gonna say housewife, but I'm like, no, this is not housewives. So Angel is Quad's friend. She's degreed up, honey. She has 3. You know, Wendy got 4 over there on Potomac. But Angel has 3 degrees and she's a successful nurse. And the episode begins. Quad is at home. She got a few friends. She has Angel and like 2 more friends outside in the backyard, hanging out in the pool, having a good time. They are chilling. And this is the day after Quad's big 44th birthday bash that she had the night before. Honey, they said it was the place to be, honey. And everyone was there except for dun 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 Simone and Cecil. Ciao. Here we go. So, over at the doctor's office, Simone and Jackie are eating lunch. Simone got some leftovers, Cheesecake Factory, honey, because I know that striped bag from anywhere. You know the bag with the burgundy, the yellow, the gold, or whatever. And so they're sitting down. And so Jackie asked her, has she talked to Quad? And I'm sitting here like, if the timeline is like the next day or 2 or 3 after the party, Jackie, you know that Simone has not talked to Quad. She was not at the birthday party, but I know it doesn't mean anything, but you know they ain't talked. You're very close to Simone, but you know Dr. Jackie has to clock in, y'all. So we're going to be expecting a little bit of, pot stirring from Jackie. And I'm here for it, honey. Jackie, get on in there and get ate up, girl. It's your turn. It's your time. It's your time. So the anger between Quad and Simone has just built up from years and years of playing victim, not being accountable, pointing the finger. You this, you that, you didn't do it. You said you did, you said you went, all that. Simone says that Quad better not come play in her playground, honey, because she's not for play. And I'm like, Simone, you too old to still be talking about a playground. But we get the analogy, but still, let's stop playing in the playground. Okay? So Quad says Simone harbors old feelings, grudge holding. And then she was on YouTube, talking about she wonder who's gonna help Quad pay off her house. And so, Quad is bringing this to King. She's in the kitchen now, getting drinks and stuff to go back outside in the backyard at the pool with the friends. So King is like, it's all petty, super petty. Then here go Quad. Because, I'm a Taurus. And, we will cut you off and pretend like you never existed. Huh? What? We don't know you no more. So let me tell you a little something. I'm a Pisces, just like Simone. We do the same thing, honey. I just did it not too long ago. Who? Such and such. Who? Who's that? Wait, what? Tell me again. How do I know her? Have I met her? Because I don't know. No, I don't think I met her. And what's so funny is my best friend is a Taurus, May 11th. I'm February 21st. We get along. We hung out last night. That is my girl. Since junior high. Y'all call it middle school. I'm telling my age. We've been friends a long time. And fell out one major time. Oh, and I was mad. She didn't care. Anyway, back to them. So yeah, we do the same thing, girl. And so what it's giving is these two can't get along. Child, Quad and Simone been fussing and fighting. And why are we trying to be friends? Like, you don't have to be friends. Why do they have to film together? Why can't they just be cordial? Like, I think it's okay that a housewife can fall back from another one. They don't have to like everybody as long as they got the personality and a storyline. I don't think you all have to kumbaya. Like we need, like how Love and Hip Hop, they talk about different stories. Everybody don't connect. Everybody don't know each other. It is working. It's that show still on. Shoot. So Quad tells us that everybody was telling her happy birthday on her birthday. So Simone sent her a happy birthday to you, Quad. Hope you have a fantastic day. Quad responded and said, "It's good to hear from you, friend. It's been a while. And a good birthday from you would be to help me pay off my mortgage. LOL." Because honey, you can say anything you want. But when you put that LOL on it, it makes it funny. You can be sarcastic and snarky and mean it and be just as mean. But honey, if you LOL it, yeah, it takes the hurt off of it. You have to LOL it. So then Simone, not Simone, then Quad decides to text Simone and tell her if they were interested, she would, she invited them to her party, even though the party started in 2 hours. Like what? Okay. So Simone said she was not gonna get up, go in her closet, look for some clothes to wear, and put her butt pad in, and she wasn't coming. I said, no, wait, yo, what? Honey, Simone ain't getting no injections. She ain't getting no BBL. Simone said, I'm just gonna go over here and get this underwear that got the pads connected, and booyah, I got some booty. I ain't mad at her, but that is hilarious. So production asked Jackie, so when did you get your invitation to Quad's birthday party? Jackie was like, you being messy. I ain't answering that. The HIPAA law won't let me. Child, production put on the screen 2 weeks ago. I was like, thank you, production. Come on now, you got to be messy. If you're going to be messy, be messy. And to me, besties, 2 weeks is last minute. I don't think I can go anywhere in 2 weeks. I be having a life. Y'all know I'm always somewhere. I made plans on Saturday for December 20th. I have plans this coming Saturday. Next Saturday is my mama's birthday. Uh-huh. And then it's the holidays. Like, December is gone. Child, you better try to catch me on a Sunday, and it better be something light and cute on a Sunday, okay? So to me, 2 weeks is not as last minute. And if you're gonna throw a big party, it seems like you would at least give people maybe 2 months, 6 weeks at the latest. Come on now. Do you want the people to show up or not? I mean, come on here. Now, y'all, if y'all hear a little extra noise, my dog is sitting up under me. I have a soundproof shield on my microphone, so you shouldn't hear her, but she's moving a little bit, and her dog tags are moving. Okay. And I may put you on hold and tell her to get out of here, but she's doing okay right now. Okay. So wait. So Simone says that Quad was being interviewed, and they asked her who does she think should do Traders next. And Quad said Simone, pretty much calling Simone a traitor, not, eligible for the show, but being snarky, calling Simone a traitor. Uh-huh. 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 I thought that was funny. So Simone says Quad said that before she even talked about the mortgage comment. Like, Quad said she called her a traitor first. So she said, this is my clap back about that mortgage. So, Simone is like, you know what? You better tell Quad to STFU, because she got T on Quad and she can spill it, and she's going to, right? Child, is she gonna spill it? That's what we're here for. Spill it, Simone, spill it. We gonna see. So, honey, the Harrises have moved yet again and again and again and again and again. Child, I couldn't help but think about. Remember the Indian couple teased them on a Halloween party? They dressed up as movers or something. Child, that was hilarious, and it's still funny to this day. And you know what was so funny about it? Eugene got mad. Oh, Eugene got super mad about that. They had to apologize, and then we ain't seen them since. So They have purchased a 5-bedroom, 5.5 bath, custom built home. It is over 5,200 square feet. And honey, it is amazing. But why does Toya have a cherry blossom tree in her closet? I'm like, do it light up at night? Because she got one of the big old walk-in closets, like a little boutique, closet. They love all that. But all her shoes are out. I'm like, and I've always wondered, how you see the stars have their shoes on display? And I just wonder, do they stink? Like, or do they spray? I spray my shoes with Lysol. But I wonder, do it stick in there? Like all them shoes, your feet just been in and out of them, slipping and sliding. Like, do it have a little odor in there? I guess not, child. So for the last 6 months, Eugene has taken another job that is 2.5 hours away from home, 5 days a week. I was like, oh, we not gonna see Eugene that much. Oh, this is gonna suck. But then I said, it is enough men on this show. Curtis gonna have to step it up. Curtis was talking last season, so he gonna have to step it up some more. We need Scott, we got Cecil, we got Steve. We're gonna have that new guy, Shamar. We might be okay. Am I forgetting somebody? Seems like I'm forgetting. Oh, I guess Dr. Damon a little bit, right? Maybe somewhat, a little bit. So Eugene likes this job. Of course, he making some more coins, because honey, Eugene at this rate, he will never be able to retire, honey. And I ain't gonna say nothing, but I knew a couple. I love their marriage, love them. But honey, they got divorced after 20 something years because she wouldn't stop. She was Toya. She wouldn't stop. And as you get older, you looking forward to retirement. You kind of want to settle down and bring it in. Nope. This girl just shopping like it ain't no tomorrow. This girl's shopping, spending habits was so much. She had turned a whole bedroom into her closet. And he said, he broke up with her because he said she just would not stop. And he said he wanted to retire. But Eugene, he loved Toya, honey, because he gonna work till he is buried. Because, honey, I don't think he even cares to retire. So we learned that Eugene has to stay in a hotel while he's away for 5 days. So Toya makes a joke and say he can have a whole nother family since he's out the house so long. Eugene was like, he cannot afford to have 2 Toyas, honey, spending all his money. He gonna need 3, 4, 5 jobs. Child, if he had a whole nother family, he couldn't afford it. At least if you get another family, that woman needs to be working. But we know Toya does have her wine line. She just don't share it because I think you have to give Bravo a profit if you boost up any of your businesses. I think they get a cut. So Toya's like, nope, I'll act like a housewife, So she thinks she's a military wife and she has to call all the shots with the boys. So he tells her, focus on the days I'm home, not the days I'm not. So then he asked the kids, can they, is there a difference with him being out of the home? And the kids like, nope, no big difference. We good. It's cool. You good. And I think that's just because FaceTime, keeps you close. You can just call your dad when he's off and just say whatever, So Eugene is like, oh, I don't want y'all to think I'm an absentee father because I'm not. Eugene, go make your money, honey, because this girl keep buying a house. So the last house they had was a rental. And remember the house before that was her dream home, custom build. So I wish he would tell her, we're not moving for at least 15 years. Like, come on, Toya, can you settle in? Because I ain't gonna lie, all the houses are starting to look the same. They really are. Are they in the same neighborhood? Because they all kind of got the same style. Good for them. Congratulations. So over at the Contessa's house, I don't even know their last name. It's something weird. But Contessa and Scott are at home. She's in the kitchen working on 2 different computers. She works a lot. They were saying she got 6 jobs. He has 4. They seem to be doing good. They remember they were buying a medical building or whatever, so they bought the building for 1.2 million and they paid cash for it, honey. congratulations. And so they're doing 400,000 in upgrades in construction, and they're 4 months behind. I was like, child, since the panorama, things don't come as quick as they used to. Stuff be on back order, taking forever. So things, they don't. Times have changed, child. Times have totally changed. So he goes to the door because Dr. Mimi has sent everyone an invitation, and theirs was delivered. She is planning a garden party with a polo club classic theme. And the invitations were quite interesting. They were on a piece of turf, little piece of grass, and it was like, And Qua was like, girl, it gives me Home Depot. And so she said, what is this little DIY? But yeah, I was like, it wasn't. I didn't like it. I didn't like it, Dr. Mimi. But go off, girl. So they are ready to party Sanders style, and they cannot wait for the people to get together. It's their turn to hold something since she is. I think she's a classmate, right? She's not a friend of, is she? I don't know. So her practice is doing very good, blooming. She's hiring for several different positions, and the kids keep them busy. We will learn later on in the season that their son is on the spectrum. So that's going to be a little challenging. And then the daughter, she just buys games and stuff on her daddy's phone. And he called her out on it. And she said, oh, I did. I spent, I'm sorry. He said, how much did you spend? Oh, $75. He said, yeah, I don't like that. She was like, I'm sorry. So they're getting ready for the party. They're going to do all the things. And oh, honey, Dr. Mimi is so excited. She said, honey, we don't know the Mimi. There's a Dr. Mimi, and then there's a Mimi that likes some espresso martinis, and then she will get to twerking. And so Steve called her Sophista Ratchet. And I'm like, no. No, no. Let's not make that a word. I don't want to hear it again. Carrie from Bell Collective said it first. No. Now Steve is saying it. No. Don't let me find out that Carrie and Steve are related. Sophista Ratchet. Am I even saying it right? Sophista Ratchet. I don't like it. So Toya goes over to Simone's house to get ready. And so she's over there talking. And she tells Simone, no, Simone tells her, I ain't seen you in a while, like 8 months. Toya said, girl, I was just over here 2 weeks ago. And so Simone was like, you must be kicking it with Quad these days. How's that going? And so Toya was like, let's talk about why you're not kicking it with Quad. How about that? You know, you've been talking about her to her ex's wife. That's why you're not getting invited to stuff. And now you're getting 2-hour invites and stuff. And so she tells Simone, and Cecil is present too. So she tells Simone, let's be better sisters to each other. Let's not lose another person. They lost Sweet Tea. And so Cecil says, well, what if Jackie checks you? And it's like, whoa. And so they roll the tape back like I like them to do. And this is when Toya was on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. And there was a question asked about Curtis putting his hands on people, Dr. Heavenly's waist. They wrote that tape back. He sure did. And that was like a little frisky to be doing in front of her husband and your wife. And then remember, they were somewhere they was on a trip, a cast trip, and he grabbed Toya, which made her fall onto his lap. Yeah, he grabbed her and pulled her into him. Uh-huh. So Toya was like, yeah, me and Jackie could have talked about that one-on-one, but she wanted all of y'all to know. So she put it in a group chat so y'all could come for me because it bothered her that bad. I'm like, clearly Jackie is in denial. and she needs to see the tape. So Jackie feels called out, and she said it wasn't cool. And she said she wouldn't have done that to her. Not at all. Not at all. So then Toya brings up that Damon Kimes Jr. had been arrested, and she wasn't sure if it was Heavenly's son. And I'm sitting here like, how didn't you know? Their last name is Kimes. How many Kimes do you know? It's not like Heavenly's last name is Williams or Jones or Smith. Hello? You know her husband's name is Damon Kimes. So why are you in the clouds wondering if that's Heavenly's son? It's kind of obvious. Got the same last name. How many Kimes do you know, Toya, that are not related to Heavenly? Ooh, girl, what? So Simone confirms that it is Heavenly's son that was arrested. And so Toya's like, well, she hasn't came out and said anything. Okay. Well, we know Heavenly found out on the internet as well. She didn't even know. And so if she gonna say something, she not gonna call you, girl. Then she gonna tell Simone, oh, when you want to talk about Quad, going back to Quad, if you want to talk about Quad, you call me and tell me. I'll hold it. Girl, please. You was at the darn polo party. Soon as Simone said something, you turned around and said something to Dr. Mimi. Girl, stop it. So Cecil says, well, you just said that you want to be a better sister in this sisterhood. Uh-huh. He said, don't be tit for tat with Heavenly. You know, if she wrong, let her be wrong. If she gonna be a jerk, let her act like a jerk. Just let her be. Then Toya's like, oh, let her be a Bia. Let her be a Bia. He like, yes. So it's time for the Sanders party, the Polo Classic, minus the real horses, says Contessa. She want to know where the stables are, where the horses are. Polo, you mean horses? What's happening? Well, they had a fake horse, part of the decor, and it looked very nice. Contessa, just be quiet and come on and get some hors d'oeuvres and get you a cocktail, okay? So Mimi and Steve, they're really cute couple. They dress, you know, he loved to dress. That Steve loves to dress. Curtis said, oh, every time I see him, he got some Louis Vuitton on. So he had on this really cute, yellowy, mustardy kind of neon, a real cute shade of yellow had on the pantsuit, right? And then she had on a cute little town and country dress. And so they both had on the hats. And I really wish they would have swapped their hats. Like her hat would have looked really good with his suit. Besties, go back and look. And his hat, it was a Louis Vuitton. It had a scarf wrapped around it. And it was the colors of her dress. Like they should have swapped hats. It would have been like nice, nice, nice. So, so Contessa comes, her and Scott. And I must say, the men were dressed really nice. Like Cecil had on a cute pink suit. Scott had on peach and white. Even Curtis had on tan, but you know, he's very, very tall. Like, how tall is Curtis? Like 6'7", 6'8", but his suit, it was made for him. It looked really, really, really nice. So Contessa tells Mimi and Jackie that Quad was being shady for inviting Simone to her party on the same day. Contessa feels like Simone and Quad been fighting for so long that they don't even know why they mad at each other. I said, honey, they always find something new. It's like a pile on. It's like a big old pile on because they never get to the root of anything. So Simone and Toya shows up with Toya's friend Brandy, who owns a medical spa, and her husband, his name is Shamar, I believe. Nice looking couple. Jackie says Heavenly can't make it to the party because she's starting her campaign early because she's running for vice president of the USA. So Toya looking like, what? Huh? Heavily running for office, like she wouldn't even be voted in for a PTA. And I understand she's talking about her personality, her pettiness. But hold on, Miss Toya. Hold the line, honey, because don't come for Dr. Heavily. She's a lot of things, but she is smart. And so is her husband. And they have produced three beautiful children. Just because her son got arrested, that don't have nothing to do with her and how he's being raised. He got it going on. He's driving while black. Black men are, public enemy number one. They gonna get into some stuff because of the skin. But their kids are progressively doing well educated. One is trying to be a dentist like her. The baby girl is in college. I'm sure Doc Damon Jr. got it going on. Yeah, don't do that because you're not that smart for you to read something that say Damon Kimes and you can't even connect the dots to Dr. Heavenly's son. So please, let's not talk. If you talking about far as education and intelligence, let's not go there. And personality too. Knock it off. There's different layers to Dr. Heavenly. So Toya asking Jackie, well, is Heavenly okay? She like, yeah. Is she okay? So clearly Jackie kind of know why Toya is asking. So she said, well, it ain't none of your business. She told me it's not your business. She don't want you to know. So we're going to leave that alone. So Mimi was like, girl, leave my girl alone. I said, I know that's right. Defend your friend Heavenly, girl. So Toya noticed that Curtis didn't speak to her when they came in. And so she asked Jackie, like, he not, he mad at me. And so Jackie said, well, you made a statement about him, and I'm in shock about it. And, Jackie tells her, like, you kind of painted Curtis in a light of that's not who he is. It's not who he is. That's not my man. You made him look like that's not him. That is not what he did. He did not put you in his lap. He did not hold Heavenly like a senior ball pitcher. He did not. Toya says that's not who he is today. And dang, Toya. 1 for Toya, 0 for Jackie. That was good, Toya. That Jackie clears it up that she only knows of one person that he has touched, not several women, just one. And y'all know who she's talking about, right? The one he cheated on her with. I'm like, Jackie, is something wrong with your eyes? No, because you over there looking at people's necks. You did not see Curtis pull Toya into his lap to sit on his lap. You didn't see that. You didn't see the picture. Y'all took a group picture. He hugging the mess out of Dr. Heavenly. I'm just going to assume Dr. Damon wasn't there because what was that? And Dr. Heavenly looked a little uncomfortable. She don't play about that. So Mimi over there like, Mimi over there like, So Jackie, so now Jackie doesn't agree that Curtis pulled Toya to sit on his lap, and she's not giving no apology. Oh my goodness. Now here comes Quad, King, and Angel. This is Quad's friend. And King brings him in. He got a girl on each side of him, looking like a pimp, So Simone said, I'm going to go speak to her. The place ain't that big, but it's big. But I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't see her. And I understand. Say hello. It don't hurt. And it don't matter if she speak or not. Get it out of your system so your nervous system can be calm and you can have a good time. So she goes up to Quad. And she's like, I'm hot, because Quad had one of those Angela Oakley fans, just blowing in her face. And so Quad is like, you are. She was happy that she came over. I'm hot. And so then Brandy and Quad meet. Like, hello, how you doing, girl? Hey. Then Brandy is introduced to Jackie and Simone. And so she tells them, oh, honey, everybody knows y'all. Everybody go to y'all, honey. I know y'all. And so then Brandy tells them that they worked together before. Oh, you did? Oh, yeah. But Jackie wasn't listening. Jackie looking at her neck and asked her, is her thyroid enlarged? What? I'm like, go on, Jackie, clock in and put us to work, girl. Jackie wear me out, child. Like she has never worn me out before. Child, she over there looking at her neck, but her neck did look swollen a little bit. And so Simone is in her confessional like, Jackie, no, Bia. You don't ask the girl, is her neck enlarged? It's like, Jackie was like, Brandy was like, oh, I'm not tripping. I heard, Jackie a little shady. They already told me she be like throwing little shots out. I'm not tripping. So then Toya walks over to Simone and she wants to give her advice about Quad. And so she says, we went years and years angry at each other. And I don't want that to be y'all. So Simone is like, well, we have to have a reset in order to move forward. Okay. Then Quad is telling Mimi that she gonna have to have a conversation with Simone in order to move forward. I was like, see, they on the same page. Cool, 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 cool. So then Simone said something about Quad and Mimi over there being a clique. And so Toya turns around picking on Mimi like, she said, y'all in some kind of clique. Y'all over there in the clique. And so Mimi was like, excuse me, we're all a clique. What are you talking about? I vibe with good folks. I vibe with whoever I want to vibe with. Okay. And in her confessional, Mimi said, don't get it twisted. I am team Mimi all day long, honey. I said, oh, no, that's right. So then Simone asked the ladies, she want to take a poll on who would come to a birthday party that they were invited to 2 hours before it starts. I'm like, Simone. But hey, let the girl live. She like, I want to know who would come to that. I ain't putting my butt pads on for that. And I wanted to know, turn around, Simone, do you have your butt pads in now? So Toya gonna say, well, definitely not Quad. Toya, you gotta love her and hate her at the same time. So Quad says she ain't heard from Simone. And then, then you wondering how I was gonna pay my mortgage. And if and they say, like, if you want to get under Quad skin, mention her finances. Baby girl will pop all the way off. But just to be clear, Quad, we all wanted to know how you was going to pay that house off because you wasn't working. You wasn't on the show. You wasn't working at the Sister Circle. I don't know. You wasn't working at Dish Nation because you don't seem like everybody get a job there. You didn't have no cooking show on no YouTube channel. You wasn't putting out them dog clothes. We just trying to figure out how was you paying for that house. It was $1 million home. And remember, the people had put a rumor out that you was sleeping with the contractors. So, Quad flew off the handle because of that. Simone says it was a joke. And she said, well, we both dragged each other. And then Quad was like, dragging? You want to drag? I can drag. You want to drag? Yeah. Yeah, we could drag because, you said I'm the traitor. Child, so they getting ready to go back and forth and back again. Honey, Mimi said, no, 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 no. Y'all not finna fight at my party. Take that to the parking lot. I'm like, nope. Because, honey, I bet I got my money on Quad. Simone can't fight. Simone cannot fight. She don't look like she got the coordination. Simone look like she'll be standing there. You could just hit her and she'll let you. No. Cecil, get your wife. Cecil and Keen are talking because they agree that this mess is petty and they are tired of it. Okay. Y'all tired of going through it. We tired of looking at y'all go through it. Okay. So Cecil said he gave up because he will defend Quad, but he can't go against his wife. We already know he tried to do that before with that female friend he had. So he know his place. Because remember last season he invited Quad to the what was it called? The Whitnick party against Simone's will. Because, Quad is like Cecil's little sister. So Toya asked them, can they fix this? Because she thinks Simone is angry and Quad is hurt. Simone says she is not angry. She just had an angry outburst. And then somebody said, I think you're both angry. Simone says she's not, but she did stay in the bed 2 days after the reunion. She was so hurt. She doesn't want to fight. She feels like Quad needs time and they need space right now. Toya asked, well, how much time? And honey, Simone was like, no, Toya, we're not doing that. No, we're not on Toya's clock, honey. She said Toya needs to keep her mouth closed, and Quad said they will have a conversation. And besties, that was the end of the episode. I'm here for it. Married to Medicine has always been good. Last season was just very sophisticated. And I ain't gonna say that word no more. Oh, I hope I don't say that word again. But I'm liking the pivot. I'm glad they're noticing that some changes need to happen. And I'm here for it. Let's do it, besties. Okay, so besties, that was it. Do what you do. Drop me a solid, share, comment, like, subscribe, notification bell. And I'll be back with another recap. It will be tomorrow. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Bye, besties.